Hey.
Yo, Nino, if you feel like talking, can you elaborate? What did Bruce do? What did he do?
Oh, bro. It's, oh, actually, I'm so glad because you're going to know how bad this is. It's hard to explain it to others. You know how I gave him a chance and said, you know what? Like, I get it. Maybe you're turning your life around, whatever. Like, you're not a scumbag. This fucking
Yeah, and I said, I don't believe.
Yeah, I just, man, there's a soft spot in me that says people do change, right? It happens. This fucking piece of shit, he started to like, I knew something was wrong because Jason kept like requesting a lot of money, right, to reimburse. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, Quartz is going down in usage, not up. So it didn't like make sense. And so I told her to make like a data sheet, and she had no involvement in this, right? She's busy with shit, right? So she's just taking other people's word because who's gonna do some wild shit? He literally he wasn't changing the prices. He wasn't changing the volume. He was just selling all his junk to the court center. And then of the good shit, like for example, I found a transaction in there where he sells like 12 slicks with a 20% bonus to himself. And then buys 8 of them back a couple days later with a 20% discount. So God knows what. And then what really highlighted is before I even approached him, he went and just like mass sold a bunch of material. Didn't know how to do any of that. And he was like, oh, well, I did it because I didn't know like who to talk to. No one was around. It's like, bitch, why didn't you talk to Martha? Martha contacts me, and apparently he's been bossing her around, telling her how things should work. And so the guy, what else was he doing? This guy, by not changing the prices on the car parts at the quote center, he started leveraging those prices to get sales through B2 and telling people, don't go to court center, come to my company. So
man, like
I would have to sit here, Manx, to make a list of all the things. I've told you what's on the top of my dome. The list is like, it's like, think of all the grimy shit you could do, and he did it. So
I mean, the thing is, right? Basically, what he did is we think of us like a state. He made himself like the treasurer of the state, while also running his own civilian business and manipulating like both assets.
Exactly.
Which is exactly that's what he did the first time. When originally I like the first thing that I did on courts was I said limits. I said, do not buy more than X, Y, and Z of each thing. Because what he originally did was sold all the excess that we couldn't resell and printed money.
Yes.
And I said, I called it out, and I went crazy on that motherfucker, and that was when we were at war with them, and he threatened to sue you.
Oh, that's right. This is back when we launched the website, right? And then we're like, wait, what the fuck? How did someone make this much money already? Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I told you guys, like, it's hard to explain. Like, listen, I am not book smart. I am not educated, but there are ways to manipulate things if you can read between the lines. And I knew somebody would try. And when it was him, I told you, I said, I hate that motherfucker. He's doing the easiest grime. It's not even smart. It is manipulating like
it's
basic.
not smart. It's not. It's exploiting our website, right?
Exactly. And then the fact, like the one role of the reason why I stopped is when he got hired, I was like, oh, he's gonna handle it. Fine. Like I'm not needed. I can't compete with him like that. But the one role is you need to update the prices on what the street price is. But if he sits there and pretends that it's static and then resells his shit for cheaper when he's the one that should be in control of both prices is sickening.
It is.
What that guy does,
you
know what he does? I figured it out. What his MO is to make himself feel validated. He does good deals for people in the street and makes himself feel like a philanthropist. Like last time I spoke to him, he's like, oh, I do good deals with the cops. I give them free this, free that. But what he does is he makes so much excess. No. What he does is he makes so much excess that he will do a little bit of philanthropy and justify all the extra money that he has is, well, I give away things or I do discounts or I do this.
Yes. Bro, I think he tried pulling it with me because like just straight up, I was looking for upgrade. I'm like, hey, Bruce, can you like fix my thing up? And he put a bunch of good shit in. He's like, don't worry about the money. I'm like, hey, I appreciate that. Looking back at it, I'm like, bro, this guy was just trying to juice me up. I'm like, I'm not that kind of guy. Like, Like, I'm not taking. Listen, I'm a criminal just like everybody else. Like, you know, like my past. But like the one thing I will never do is destroy the civilian, like foundations. You know what I mean? Because then what the fuck is the point? You know what I mean? Like
he is the exact same as Kevin Ram. It's these people that, you know, they take 4 times the profit through whatever means. You know, like a person doing the job right will earn, you know, a quarter of what he will do doing it his way. And then what he does is he gives away 10% of those earnings that he is making exorbitant, you know, exponential profit on, and thinks to himself, man, I'm such a great guy. I'm giving back.
Bro.
And I think that he doesn't realize, these people don't realize that they're not philanthropists. They are scamming dogs, and giving back 10% of $100 million profit you don't deserve is not, it doesn't redeem. You're still just as bad. You know, all that money should be circulating through everybody else's pockets, not yours to give out as you please to get small petty favors from the mayor and from the PD. Like, do you think he contacts random people doing sanitation? It's like, oh, here's a free car. No, bitch. He contacts Mayor Nino. He contacts reputable gangsters, high-ranking officers, people that spread the word of him being a good guy. And all for the cost of pennies from the relative profit that he makes for fucking everybody else.
Oh, brother, that's exactly it. I'm not, like, I really, because I've been dealing with this since, like, Thursday, because none of it made any sense. I'm like, because the guy, like, bro, I don't think I've been, I showed a lot of patience. I didn't crash out on him or whatever, right? Just, I wanted to, like, even give him the benefit of the doubt, because people do change, right? And I don't regret giving him a chance, but he's I don't even want him shot. He will, everything he has is gonna disintegrate. I'm on that energy. I mean,
good. That's what he should happen.
I asked him some very, like, basic shit, because I'm like, maybe I'm wrong, right? I was like, brother, like, where are all these millions going to? It's like, oh, hoppity hoopity hoo, like fucking 20-minute diatribe on, like, shit that doesn't matter, and be like, and be like, oh, you know, the car parts got bad, no one wants this, and da-da-da, makes it sound like really fucking complicated when it's not. And and then he goes, I'll be like, well, how many customers do you have? And it's like, oh, there's only like 2 people. Like, in one breath, he's like, there's no customers, and then in the next breath, try to say he needs to spend millions. And I'm just like, how does this make any sense? I called him out and like, why are you not changing the prices? Oh, because he goes, the court center prices are fucked, and that's why no one's buying. And I'm like, that's your job. And he goes, oh, I didn't know that. I'm like, bitch, we spoke to you about this like how many times over? What do you mean? It's literally your job as manager. And then I go, why do you keep selling junk to the court center? We like looked over the things. He's like, well, if other people can sell it to the court center, why can't I? And I'm like, you're the manager, you fucking. And it still didn't click. He's like, that's not fair. And I'm like, bro, like, you know what I mean? Like, just that level of like idiocy.
It's just he doesn't realize that he is elevated to a position where, like, we are doing a service. It's a service that we are providing, right?
Yes.
And what he does is, like, his job is to liquidate millions of dollars, because what he does is he buys all these boxes. The boxes have no guarantee. Like, the return on investment is there, but he could have a bad day. He could have many bad days, and nobody tracks all of the stock that he goes through. They just give him money. And what he does is give back, you know, the things that we need. But in between that, oh, you know, he gets 10 slicks. Actually, he got 16. I keep the 6. How would you know? It's impossible to. It is undocumented, complete random. 1 week, 10% return on investment. Next week, we could go negative 20, and he pockets every profit.
And it's worse.
Not only
right?
that, like, it's worse. It's worse because he controls the price that the government, I guess, sells at, right? Being courts.
Exactly.
And he controls the price that he sells at. And he tells people, to be honest, courts is a little bit more hassle than him just fulfilling it. So he exploits that and says, oh, fuck waiting for courts. I've got 50 slicks right here for 40K.
Exactly.
Courts are selling them for 60.
Bro,
those tires he got from the court center money. It's quadruple dipping.
Oh, 100. He applies a bonus. I don't even know how the fuck he did it. He's giving himself a bonus by selling to courts, and then buying it back with a discount. Like, what? And then people told me straight up what you just said is that people will be like, oh, I want to get this from Quartz, and be like, don't go there, buy from me. And then tells me separately, no one wants to go to Quartz and save 30%. And I'm like, huh? Or like, no one knows exists. It's like, brother, you're literally telling me that you failed at the job and you're exploiting our site. Like, what do you want me to, how you want me to like chop this up? Like, it's a fucking gross, right?
No, it's he just has an umbrella where every stage of the market falls to him, and the underlying job is it's gambling, right? So discrepancies are just scrubbed under the rug, and he just uses that. Like, there's nothing we can do. Like, the only thing that you can do.
No, Manx.
I mean, okay, there's something we can do, but
there is
what he's doing now. There's no way to police. And to,
there
you know
is.
I mean, you can't see what he's doing.
Listen, trust me, Manx. Like, he picked the fight with the wrong. All I wanted him to do, I'm gonna be honest. I even gave him another chance. He didn't know this, but I sat there and I let him explain himself. In fact, all I asked him at the end of it was, I want you to tell me how much profit you made from the Quartz Center, and let us compare it with Quartz, just so we get an understanding of what went wrong. And he crashed out, like full blown. Why did he crash out? Because he was gonna get exposed. Let's be honest. And the walk away the feeling I had in my stomach, and Jason was there when this happened, was that this problem was probably way worse than we even realized. And we don't have time to fucking look through fucking transactions and shit. You know what I mean? Like, the site wasn't designed to, like, you know, fucking deal with someone like doing shit like this. So I will say that Quartz is probably going to take over that entire market, and then, like, similar to Mopec, work directly with the right people. Like, right now, like Miguel, Dildo, Susie Carmichael, whoever else we find is like actively in this space, and like make their businesses flourish and literally get him blacklisted from the spot. You know what I mean? Like, that's
what it should be.
Yeah.
I want to just let you know as well, his profit margins are, so it was quadruple dip before. Ever since you could recycle parts, yeah, let's make that fucking sextuple dip, because all of those useless parts are now a fundamental part of the economy of car parts.
Yes.
All that useless shit that before he profited on by selling it to Quartz that no one's going to buy. No, now he just keeps it. And his justification is, well, I won't give it to Quartz because no one buys stage ones. Stage ones are used to repair stage fives now. So his market practice is even better than it was. Like, I'm telling you, bro, like, it's even better.
By the time I'm
now
done,
he doesn't even need to scam
no
to make
customers.
more money.
That's what it's on. Like, I mean, I don't want to go into too much detail about what I'm cooking here, but like I said, a bullet is too easy. And I don't, like, you know, it doesn't satisfy anyone.
I mean, a bullet doesn't stop business. Doesn't matter what anybody says. It doesn't stop shit.
That's exactly it.
It doesn't impact anything. It doesn't cost anything. You know, worst case, I'm in a bed for 2 days. You know, like that's what you're dealing with.
Yes, exactly that. It's I will say that I've been very vocal about this too. You know, and the right people are also getting his other connections sorted. So, well, okay, let me be a little bit more clear, because that sounded like it was weird when it wasn't. I've talked to his own, like, you know, he's a hang-around, right? I've been speaking to everybody. Well, and you know, it's I think they're either blissfully ignorant or they just. I don't think they know. I genuinely believe that he's lying to them too. You know, and that was my like honest warning. Is that this? Yeah. Like, I didn't realize like how much of a snake this guy was till after I kind of figured him out. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm like, this guy's shedding the energy that he's probably fucking skamazing these guys. You know what I mean?
Oh no, it'll be everyone. It'll be everyone.
Makes like, you know, I mean, you set events. You work at. If you need money from me, I'll fucking give you money. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why do it? Like, why be a rat about it? Like, what's the point?
The point is it makes you feel better than other people. That's what it all loops back to. It's these people that think they're seeing into the fucking matrix, but everybody else. Bro, it's the rules that we run off in this fucking city. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. Everything is give and take. That is the fundamental of our society. So these people, like the Kevin Rams, the Bruce Waylors, they think that they're seeing on some higher wavelength, but no, they're just the only piece of shit scum that is willing to do that shit. When other people that are smarter than them, that are more connected and more whatever, better in every measurable way, do not do it by choice. They're the people that choose to take the path and make themselves feel enlightened. And that's why I hate them.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong. Was Kevin on that kind of energy?
Kevin was on that kind of energy with us. Kevin was, I'll give you the summary, right? He ran Big Dog Noodles. He provided all the vegetables. He made people do the farming for Big Dog Noodles while he farmed for Moonshine, right? Okay. So he did the profitable farming and made friends, right? Friends, you know, one of the gang members' girlfriends, a person who was like adjacent to the gang, farm for free. Justification, it's for the gang's business. You're helping us out. It doesn't really make that much money anyway. Then when he would do the paychecks for Big Dog Noodle, you know, 100K to, 500K to workers, 100K to Kevin Ram for vegetable that he did not grow, that he made other people grow for free.
Oh no!
So he used the gang business to, he basically just paid himself the vegetable cost, which scales between 100 and 300K a week, just free for work that he wasn't doing and he wasn't paying people for. That was the entry level of his scamming. Another thing that he did was, just quickly, right, because at the time, but another thing that he did is he decided, he got angry, locked the seeds away so he couldn't farm it.
Are you in the car with your entire crew right now?
No, hell no.
Okay,
I
was gonna say.
they went to bed. No, they went to bed. They went to bed. So I was like,
poor
fuck.
Bastards, you know?
No, they'd kill me. They'd kill me if I was doing it. What he did was he locked away all our seeds. The farming people got confused where they couldn't farm. Kevin came back around after 5 days of us not having vegetables and said, oh, hey, Mike, all the seeds went bad. I called other farmers. They told me it takes the seeds between 2 to 3 weeks to go bad. So it's impossible that they've gone bad considering they were used days though? Well, because he realized that we were onto his shit as the gang and he wanted to fuck us over. That was his whole thing when people got sick of it. He wanted to fuck the gang over and basically prove that he was irreplaceable, which failed. But he said to me, all right, Mike, farming's miserable. I don't want to do it anymore. But if you need seeds to start again, I'll get you seeds. 200K each. 200K because it takes a lot of work to get the seed. And I said, Kevin, why did you let the seeds go bad if they're worth $2 million? Why didn't you at least tell me? I would have done it. He's like, I couldn't be bothered. He didn't let the seeds go bad. He was trying to ransom $2 million from the gang he was still in as a proof that we needed him. I got the seeds for free from somebody else. Someone gave them to me for free.
Oh my God.
You see, someone that could, someone that, understands what they could do, but understands give and take. And you know what I mean? I don't always need the profit. Gave them to me for free. Same thing.
Profit is profit, right? People got to make some motherfucking money. And that makes sense, right? But there's like lines to it. You know what I mean? Like,
of course. Of course there is.
Take, for example, let's be honest. I have access to $450 million, right? There's reasons, there's slight hoops. It's like a check, right? 'Cause I'm not going to give someone $10 million. I'd fucking destroy everything. It's like, does it make sense? Do they have a history? Do they, you know what I mean? And I'm sitting around driving like the one vehicle that I bought. I've got a boat and a vehicle while having access to $450 million. What the fuck am I going to do with shit? Or houses or anything? You know what I mean? And none of that it's wrong priority. Wrong fucking priority.
Yeah, I mean, it's
hypothetically.
I buy
cars
sometime.
Hypothetically, let's say I had a business that had a monopoly on something, right? Just hypothetically, right? Or maybe there was a competitor, but they only did like 5% of my business. You know how much money that would be printing? Millions of dollars. And you know what I would probably do in this hypothetical situation? I would be sitting in a black box where none of us take even $1. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, listen. Like the business model of my fucking gang is buy something for fucking $10, sell it for $11. Actually, scratch that. Sell it for $10.01. That's our business model. And it makes me go fucking bold. I have shit rotting that I need to sell in every property that we own. But that's how we do it. Because I sit here and I think to myself, man, I could help us make a little bit more profit. People don't want to do it. Like, fine, I'm not bothered. Like, I run the Big Dog Noodle booth at a loss. The only reason Big Dog Noodle stays open is because of events that we do every month, every 2 weeks
now, right?
Yeah, well, the tickets, but the thing is, we're still paying people more. I don't care.
Oh,
I don't give a fuck.
yeah.
Like,
I got you.
You know, like,
just
we're gonna up the pay
by
to
the
7K.
way, FYI, just so you're aware, I think that's a good mentality. Just heads up. Apparently, he's paying like 6 to 8K. I got to double check with Gage.
Really?
Like he said, I need to double check, right? Double check with your people as well. But when I spoke to Gage, because I want to make sure there is something to consider, right? Overpaying as well.
Yes,
if it's too gross.
I'm very aware. If it's that much, I might have to lower.
Double check because it's been a couple days. But he told me it's been going up and down. I also asked Audra Rose, and so it's been going up and down. Sometimes it's just like cooking them out on top of other things. So I would double check. I'm sure, Michael will tell you or whatever, but it's worth double checking. I think last I told Gage was, make sure we're giving him a healthy amount because we want the thing to stay open, but we can't be doing like 20K an hour if it gets too cooked. So a bit of a heads up.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I think the happy number, I'm happy and content between like 10 and 15,000 as the total amount per hour. Anything more than that starts getting excessive because then it's like, I'm not going to say you're attracting the wrong crowd, but you're almost shoehorning people into be somewhere where they like, it's not that they don't want to be, but they're not going to give it, they don't want to be there. You're gonna force people there, the type of people that only want the money, which isn't going to make the booths healthier. It's just going to make them worse.
It's going to make it worse.
You know?
You're going to get people that are going to clock in for 30 minutes, crank some money out for something, and then dip. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, this is obvious, right? You know this, everybody knows this, but I told everybody multiple times in our email chain and everything, I said, if I catch anybody sleeping in those fucking booths, you tell me I'm a killer. There, like that shit is not on. I'm very aware of people used to do that at senior buns, remember? Sleep in the manager's office. I got 100 tickets.
Oh, wait, hold up.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even tell you. You know how I told you I need, it's a list of problems? It's a list. What I told you with the Bruce Bayless shit, that's probably like 30% of what we found out. One of the things you just reminded me is, you ready for this? He got paid out over 1.5 million in clock-in fees.
No.
He never was at the court center.
No.
Yes. Yeah, that's how bad. Like, how do you describe, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's fucking crazy. And when I'm like, what the fuck do you mean by that? Like, because I asked him, I was like, how'd you get 1.5? Like, he's like, no, I'm never there. Why would I be there? And I'm like, why would you clock in? And he's like, Michael told me. And I'm like, no, he didn't. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not you, but Michael.
Yeah.
Actually, it could have been you or whatever. Like, whether it's you or Rizal, there's no shot. Like, he heard what he wanted to hear, so that he's the kind of weasel that was like, I caught him out on this. He would say what you wanted to hear, right? And he'd have just enough evidence to make it seem truthful. You know what I mean?
No, listen, Nino. I'm the same type of person, right? I tell people what they want to hear, but he does it. It's an exploitative. That's what he does. He is exploiting the system. He is an exploit. He sees little weaknesses that any educated person sees and realizes, maybe that's too far. Maybe that's using the good faith of people. Maybe that's me taking too much rope. And he goes, man, this is the smart idea. He probably thinks, how was no one else doing this? That's probably what he thinks.
That's exactly it. Brother, I think that's why I gave him so much benefit of the doubt, because even in the, there was that part of me that's like, there's no way, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no shot. Like, you know what I mean? It's got to be something else.
No.
I'm missing something.
No, that's
right?
what it is. It's so obvious and so bad that you can't help but sit there and be like, I must not have the full context.
Exactly.
That's what these people do. They sit there and spin stories just in the right way. So you sit there and think, fuck, hold on, let me call Jason. Let's see what she thinks. You have to sit there and verify. And the reason why is he knows all of the things, right? He is aware of what he's doing. He's aware of how the system is set up. So you say, why are you clocking in? He's like, oh, I was told to. Easiest thing ever. You have to make 5 phone calls to verify that. Worst case for him, someone says, maybe I said that, maybe I did. And then boom, he gets to continue doing what he's doing.
You're
like, it's
literally, you're describing exactly what we went through. Like,
I know, because the thing is, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I hate people like this because I have the same tendency, but I have a fucking a crumb of moral fiber. And I don't like exploiting people, especially people's good faith. Like,
yeah,
I see all the things that he does, and I look at it in a judgmental fashion because it's like looking at a younger version of yourself. Even though that motherfucker definitely older than me, bro, he should know by now. Like, you look at him, you're like, bro, what are you doing?
That's exactly
what are you doing?
Well, that's and you know, when I spoke to the people, like when I spoke to you know, his to Cyprus, right, just straight up, and keep this between us, right? Let them handle it, which I think they will. I was like, it's hard to describe why it pisses me off, because it's not about the money. Like, I'll fucking cut him a $10 million check for his business if it came down to it, right? Or whatever it might be. It's that he exploited what was meant to be a civilian hub, right? And turned it into this gruesome thing. It's hitting, it's another issue in and of itself, right? It's like the equivalent of saying, like, yeah, I'm a scammer, but you're scamming a fucking orphanage, or like a fucking kindergarten, or like a fucking, I don't know, like a hospital, right? Like, I don't know. Like, it's like,
Nino, it's, you know what the simplest thing is? He's just like all the people that profit in every other state and county in the fucking world, where he could scam all the big gangs. He could scam the PD and the BCSO, you know, like really badly. But instead, he fucking panders to them, panders to me, panders to you, panders to Foyer, panders to Flippy, every motherfucker in the world. He'd get on his knees and suck their dick from the back, right? But then the random motherfuckers in the streets who he's meant to be the kind of bridge to accessing these things, you know, the civilian commerce, he fucks on. And he gives me gifts. He gives me a discount and tells himself he's doing a great job. I don't need a discount. Scam me. Like, scam the besties. You know what I'm saying? Like, do some crazy shit where you're upcharging us and you force us to have to buy from somebody else because you know, you take control of the money. He doesn't do that.
That's it. That's it right there. You know what I mean?
It's literally just pandering. It's all image.
The moment I heard from Martha, because she must have like sensed this, right? Because she's not done.
No, I saw her quit.
Right?
I saw her quit in the email
did.
chain. Is that why she quit? I don't remember.
It was around that same time. She got because like I was still trying. This was happening like in the middle of me being like, why the fuck all of a sudden like Court Center needs millions of dollars? Like, what the fuck? Like, it doesn't make sense, right? I think he got so greedy, the amount started skyrocketing, and that's when it flagged him for me, right? And so she said, I don't like the way that he's handling materials. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, you know, I woke up one day and this guy just gave like, and I'm not fucking stupid, right? He pretty much gave people close to him like 30K material each, right? And I'm like, bruh, like, that's not the point. It's for like Mopec, you dumb fuck. And when I ask him about it, he's like, well, I didn't know, and I didn't know what to do. They needed it. And it's like, did you ask anyone? No. You know, like, just, I don't, it fucking, oh man, I cannot wait to watch that business crumble. That's all I fucking, no, I want to fucking stand outside. Listen, between us, you and me, all right, I got people that are watching his every fucking movement, where he goes, where he doesn't go, what might be in a house, what's not in a house. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy, it's done. He just needed to explain himself. That's it. And instead, he chose violence. So,
listen, Nino, I saw him today asleep at the fucking, you know, you crunch down all the parts for repairs. I saw him standing there just asleep, grinding down fucking car parts, bro.
What do you mean grinding them down?
So, like, now you can repair any car part. Car parts will never go bad. If you want to maintain them, you can. So what you have to do is you go to the tuner shop, you take all your stage 1s, 2s, and 3s, you grind them down. To fully repair a stage 5, it's 20 stage 1 parts. It's 15 stage 2 parts. It's 10 stage 3. It's 5. Actually, no, never mind. It starts at 25. It goes 25, 20, you know, 15, down. You know, it gets 5 better each. So he's grinding down all of the useless parts to then start a new business of repairing people's stage 5s, right? I go, yo, Bruce, what's up? Hey, what's up?
Perfect.
Motherfucker is just standing there asleep, grinding down his materials, bro. That's the type of energy you're on.
Well,
he's just standing there like slumped over, grinding shit down.
That
probably all of your shit that he used to sell you at a scam price, but now he just keeps and grinds down and sells through his business.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well,
that's my dog.
I'm gonna tell you what I'm thinking right now, right? And keep in mind, this is the plan is I'm constantly like working on the idea, right? And so if you got ideas, please let me know. I want right now I'm having quartz buy an ass fuckload of boxes. I want to understand the breakdown. And then those parts are going to be sold based on the rates that exist today matched with the chance of getting them, right? So I'm going to cook the math out. Those things are then going to be sold back to PD, Bruce's biggest customer, in addition to me purchasing up from like Miguel and company whom I've already spoken to. So I'm going to buy well from these established businesses, give it back at a reduced cost. Second, the long-term plan is that these established sellers, Court Center acts as a wholesaler to them. So if a Miguel wants to sell, Dildo wants to sell, whoever wants to, they can actually wholesale at a wholesale price through the Court Center. So remove all the bullshit, right? And the ability for someone to go in there and scam. We'll fucking do the work. And as you tell me this, I'm high key like, maybe I fucking contract Quantum to go take all the bullshit and break it down and also wheel and deal this stuff to mechanic shops, right?
Do that. The market, it's going to change drastically. So you better, whatever you're doing, you better do it kind of soon, because people are going to start buying less of the stage 5s, and you're going to have to factor in what their effective value
bet
is
already in 24 hours.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is
a lot, by the way.
15K bet is let me do the math.
It's a couple $1 million.
That is 1,000 boxes. Yeah, it's 1,000 boxes.
Yeah.
It's a good starting number.
Okay. Oh, so it's not like a crack amount.
I mean, it like the thing is, right? Like, how much did you buy the bet for?
I think it's like the going rate's like 250. So I bought
like 3.5 mil.
Yeah.
Of bet.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a crazy amount, but just remember, like that guy, at one point, he told me that he was doing over like 1 to 2 mil a day of unboxings. This was around the time he started working at Courts. Because his other thing that he does, right, we'll just go back randomly, is he says, I have no money, I don't have millions, right?
Lies.
But what he does,
it's all in assets.
It's all in assets. He liquidates millions of dollars a day and keeps the best for himself. You know what he does.
Right.
1,000 will be good to start getting the numbers, because one thing that pissed me off the most about that motherfucker is when I was doing the prices, and I believe you called me and said like, oh, like Bruce said this is bad, and I said his prices are bullshit because they're skewed. He had shit numbers. He was like, oh, the odds of getting a stage 5 are this, and I was like, that's cap. Like that is actually cap. He was giving skewed numbers to everybody to try and inflate the prices months ago. Like he's always been on. So run it back. Do whoever gets you to do those parts to record it to a T, and do it, 1,000 today, 1,000 next week, however much, and keep on getting those numbers right.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. Like, so right now I'm kind of getting a sense of like how much crypto's out there, right? Because that tells you something, liquidity, volume, etc. So it's I think we can fix this, and that's the big thing why I'm letting people know that I'm going down this route. So getting ahead of the, oh my God, Nino's just, no, this shit's gonna get fixed. Scammers are gonna get pushed out of the market.
Good.
And if you're telling me that Bruce is over there fucking grinding shit down, what you're actually also telling me is that he's sitting there with all his liquid on him. So,
Hey, yeah. He has. Oh man, I wish we could kick down doors. I wish I could do it. You know what I'm saying? Like I could kick someone's door down. And take their shit. I promise you, bro. There are not enough boxes in the world to hold all the shit that he's got. His floors are littered with millions of dollars. I promise. So, my only recommendation is, parts take what, like 2 months to kind of wear down from active use.
Okay.
I would get somebody who is capable of math, not me, to figure out if a stage 5 part is retailing for 48K on average, and a stage 5 part gets broken down to basically a stage 5 part, it takes 5 stage 5s to fully repair 1 stage 5 to 1. Get somebody to add that in to the effective price, because soon we're going to start selling stage 5 parts just for the repair value. Soon, right?
I do not disagree. And I've noticed that trajectory. In fact, like even Turner, he's looking for, I forgot what the fuck he's ordering right now, like 50 yeah, right. The meta, let's fucking just call it that, is get stage 5, skip everything else.
Exactly. And then what will happen is the market will hit points where nobody really wants to buy stage 5s, but they still have intrinsic value because they maintain what everybody already had. Yeah.
Holy fuck. All right. This has been enlightening. If you have more things about this or come across anything, please do keep me appraised. Right now, I'm looking for quality workers in the space, because the reality is he can easily be replaced. And I like his knowledge is not exactly rocket science.
It isn't. It's not. That's why it pisses me off. It all comes down to, listen, if there was like a fucking Rain Man who was seeing between the lines and doing crazy shit that the real people, we wouldn't even know they were doing it. That's the thing. True. We're operating on fucking 1980s level computing for that website, plain and simple. And this guy's exploiting it like he's fucking hacking the FBI. It's not rocket science, bro. Look.
Right.
I would have some respect for somebody that was doing it like fucking over the rich people in a smart way. Not fucking over everybody in the most obvious way possible that other people don't do because they have a fucking smart mind. You know, like that's what annoys me.
I agreed. Yeah.
I'll let you know if I see anything crazy. But yeah, my main thing is, the prices are going to start drastically changing soon when everybody has what they want and it turns into a maintenance economy instead of
that makes
products.
Sense. It's going to start dumping. Yeah.
Yep. Which is good. It is very good. It should be like.
Yeah.
It should be like that, but it's going to be somebody has to be very smart and treat it like for lack of a better word, a real economy, because it's going to be shifting drastically.
Very true.
Not static 60K per part and I sell for cheaper because don't go to the call center. That's not going to work anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sure anyone that's like, capable will be it won't be hard. It's just,
I don't think so either. I mean, and that's kind of where I'm like designing all this, is making sure the right people in the right place. His opening boxes and shit, like, I'm gonna cook. What I'm gonna do is like probably by Friday I'll have something like in place, and I'll let you know what I'm doing and see if you're interested in getting involved or know people that want to fit into the.
I have a worker. He is an outstanding worker. So I'm gonna see if what you have is applicable to me or him or both. But
okay,
there's one person that I have in mind that he wants to run my mechanic shop for repairs, but it's just a waste of his time. Like it's a waste. So if he wants to get into this car shit, if you need someone that's not me, I got you. And if you need me, I also got you.
Okay, maybe that's what we do. Let's re-engage Friday.
Yep. Yeah, all right. You just give me a call, shoot me a text if you ever miss call, and I'll make an effort to be around. All right?
Will do. All right, brother.
All right, thank you, Nino.
Stay safe.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Bro, it's like it keeps getting worse.